Hey everybody, welcome to a weekend at home.
Hey, what's up everyone?
It's been quite some time since we posted. It's just been kind of, I don't know, she's kind of a handful. Construction's almost done. It's just a lot going on. And it takes some time to edit for sure. Especially this video because it was like 2 hours of footage that I had to kind of comb through. So that was a lot. But anyway, so this video is all about the cap. So there's a lot of pre-recorded footage going on over here, and we did this before a bunch of trips because the cap, when we're driving, every time we hit like a bump, it just feels like this thing's gonna fall off or something. And sure enough, like, it didn't fall off, but it would have fallen off if we didn't adjust the issue. So you see this little molding right here. Behind it are screws that holds the cap attached to the rig, and you'll see it in the footage, but all those screws were pretty much busted. And if we didn't catch it, Kevin didn't catch it in time, then eventually it probably would have. So there's a Big Bear trip coming up, and we did this before Big Bear because going up Big Bear, when you're going up those windy roads, and definitely wanted to get that buttoned down. So we're gonna get to those pre-recorded videos, and yeah, I hope you guys find any of these useful because I'm just glad it did get buttoned up. It's pretty bad. Those
Self-tapping screws didn't do the job.
Yeah, you'll see what the manufacturer screws were, and you'll see how Kevin got this to hold together. So yeah, we'll get to that pre-recorded videos. All right, hope you guys enjoy.
Hey, how's it going everyone? Well, today I'm gonna be repairing this strip right here that holds the front cap. So I noticed ever since I've been driving the rig recently, the front cap would have a little bit of movement in it, and I was like, man, there's something wrong with this. So I went onto the forum and I found out that these screws were breaking off. I don't know if you can see it, but they're breaking and the heads are falling off. So basically this whole front cap is just not held on by anything. So what I did is I just basically drilled it out to a bigger hole. Well, actually I took all the cap screw heads off, and then so the X's is where the stud is still inside. So I basically just ran my own holes. I just went every 2 inches from the bottom halfway all the way to the top, so that way it's basically has quadruple the amount of screws that Thor had put in. And the screws that they put in is like, I think it's aluminum, and it's self-tapping. It's basically just the cheapest screws you could ever find. So I went ahead and went online, found some grade 10 bolts with the star heads, or hex, or I don't know, I'll get the exact description. And grade 10, and I believe it's a 18 pitch, and I just basically drilled it out to just a little bit smaller, and then I impacted in. Man, too bad I couldn't record it, but I believe this thing's gonna be super solid afterwards. And I think there's an aluminum frame that goes on the inside of here. So I had pre-drilled that, ran it in, and I don't think it's gonna back out. So the places where the heads broke off, what I did is I just basically drilled it out, made it bigger, and went online, got some so at work I use 3M, basically panel bonding, high, like structural adhesive. So when we bond new panels together, basically that's what the adhesive we're using. And the one that I prefer is the structural one. So it's basically, when it dries, it has basically steel pigments in it. So once it dries, it basically becomes like a piece of steel. kind of resemblance of that. So I went online and I found something like this right here. And I mean, I don't know if it's the same exact thing, but I think it'll work because I read a lot of reviews and people had tested out and they said really good things about this product. So I bought the glue or adhesive, and then it's a 2-part, and then I bought the tips. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna fill the holes up. All the holes, we're gonna just fill it all up, and then that way it'll basically put a little bit more of a bond to it, because I don't want to just leave it empty. So once I do that, plus on top of that with the screws, I think it's gonna be one solid piece. I mean, there's this gentleman on the Thor forum. What he did is he ran bolts all the way through, and he so he ran a bolt through and then put a nut on the other side with a strip. So basically it sandwiched it together. And I was like, man, I think that's gonna be a solid repair. But I'm gonna just do it this way because I can't get down here. So, but I wanted to do all the way to the top, and with every 2 inches and the grade 10 bolts, I don't think this is gonna fall apart. The whole cap's gonna rip off before it falls apart. So let's go ahead and put this adhesive in. So this takes about 24 hours to dry, to fully cure. So I'm just, there you go. All right, everyone, so it's been about an hour. The adhesive is starting to set. It's not fully dry. It takes about 24 hours to dry, but it's not in liquid form anymore. It's more like a Play-Doh, or yeah, I would say like a pudding glaze. I can still kind of shape it, but it's not gonna drip anymore. So what I'm gonna do is put this molding back on and basically go get some seam sealer and then just seal it back up. So let's go ahead and take this tape off. Oh no. Uh-oh. Yeah, so I think there's a lip behind here. I just gotta basically, let's go ahead and guide the whole thing down, take all the tape off. So I gotta pull this lip out. There we go. Cool, so now I just need to get some seam sealer and just, we'll actually clean everything up and then just seal it. That way water doesn't get in there. And I think that does it for this side. So I'm gonna make a full video for the other side, from teardown and the whole process of what I did on this side, so that way you guys can get an idea. So hope you guys enjoyed it. All right, hey, what's up everyone? So well, last week I fixed the other side. This time I'm gonna actually do the full teardown. So what we're doing is basically fixing the screws on the front cap. So I got a camera set up there. Let's go ahead and pull this strip off. Let's press play here. Let's pull the strip off right here. This thing comes off pretty easy. I think there's just like 2 lips on each side and it just goes into the slot. Just tape that up. Oh, what I hit there. So these are the original screws right here, and I believe this one's part has a broken head on it. These seem kind of straight. So I had originally taken this strip off, I would say maybe about 6 months ago, and I went ahead and just replaced with these aluminum screws, but it seems like the aluminum screw is not holding up very well. So like I said, I went ahead and ordered some grade 10. And hopefully with the grade 10, it's a lot stronger than these aluminum ones. And it'll probably hold up a little bit better. Yeah, so this one broke off already. Let me tape this one down here so no debris comes down through this way. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is let's just drill these out, see if I don't think the studs are in there. So drill these out, and then I'm gonna just run the screws that I bought originally for this. That way it holds, and then we'll start taking all the other screws out. Or maybe I should just drill it, run the grade 10 screws in, and then start pulling the old screws out, so that way the cap stays in place. So I'll be right back. All right, so let's start with this one. Yeah, so these are the original screws right here. Basically the cheapest screws you could find. And then later I went ahead and replaced it with these, but still these aren't strong enough. And now we're using these. So these are grade 10, and I think they're super solid. And then I'm not threading it, so I'm just drilling it out to 1/8, and then there with this I basically just drive it in. And I mean, it seems like it's working out well. I should be tapping it, but I don't have a tap for this, so gotta work with what I have. We have a trip coming up next week, so this has got to get done. I already finished the other side, so I want to make sure that both sides is corrected before we go on the trip, because going through the 10, there's a few rough spots, especially the 60 and then the 10. I don't want the cap to be held on super strong on one side and not the other. So with this, hopefully it'll just hold up and be super solid. The other side was actually worse. I think like every screw was actually breaking apart. So this one's not too bad. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, perfect. Whew. Nice, so let's just go ahead and drill this one out. So the reason why I'm stepping it up is because I don't want this one to tap in because of the screw. So basically I'm just enlarging it a little bit more, so that way you can just bypass this one and then get the aluminum railing on the inside frame. Alright, I think I go ahead and just remove all the screws now, since it's all held up by every other one. Really can't believe how this whole front cap is held on by this screw. Pretty poor design. All right, got those screws out. Let's go ahead and drill this out. I think this is gonna be the last two right here. This side went a lot more smooth than the other side. Sweet. I think that does it for this right here. So here, just like the other side, you see how it kind of sagged a little bit. So what I'm gonna have to do, because once I snap the molding on, you're gonna see this lip. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just basically clean this up by cutting it, so then it's gonna sit flush with the molding. So once I put the molding back on, I can seal it and it'll look super flush again. And hopefully this will be the last time taking this apart. But I've seen some front clips where this part was cracking and it gets pretty nasty. After this, down the line, what I'm gonna have to do is fix the top too. So let's just go ahead and take care of this part, button everything up, and go from there.
Alright, well guys, I hope any of that was useful to you guys at all. So far we've been on, right after the repair, I want to say, we went to Havasu and then we went to Big Bear. Big Bear was probably the most important trip that we wanted to get buttoned up. And I mean, I'm in the back now, but when Kevin was driving and we're hitting those bumps, you didn't see it, like you didn't feel it like it about to, like, you don't have that feeling anymore.
No, it doesn't have that, basically that movement for with the rough road too.
Yeah.
Like on the 91 where you're going through, there's like slow dips.
Yeah, because I want to say, so when we first got the rig, I did a test drive on it a few times and I've never felt, I mean, the cab, in a few, in the videos, I was like, I don't notice the cab at all. But the last few times before the screws got buttoned up, I felt like, you know, it was like, I just felt like something was like, you could just feel the weight. But we don't feel it anymore. So I hope any of this was useful for you guys. So yeah, if you guys feel something off, definitely get it checked. Just take back the screws. Just take back this molding. It's just a molding. It's not gonna hurt the cab or anything. And how did you seal this again in the video?
Well,
you just
basically,
put
I haven't sealed it yet.
Oh, you haven't sealed it yet?
No.
Oh, okay, but well, the screws were sealed, but yeah, I mean, it looks good for not being sealed. It just goes back on, right?
Yeah, so it's just basically it has a lip, and you just basically fold it over the lip.
Oh, okay.
Then down the line, I'm planning on just putting some seam sealer on it, just to seal it from the weather.
I mean, other than that, it's holding up pretty well. Yeah, so I hope any of this was useful. Thanks for joining us for a weekend at home, and we should be having some more trip videos coming up. Yay. Sorry for the delays, and thank you for anybody that's been sticking with us. It's just been quite a roller coaster with construction. This one's no longer a newborn. She's in her toddler era now, and if anyone does have any kids, you know that the toddler era is where it starts to get tough. They're mobile, they're busy bees, and
also a climber.
Yeah, she's a climber. So yeah, well, hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and I hope this video was very helpful. Thanks again, guys.
Hey, hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. Bye. Bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you.